So you've been looking on the internet, you're trying to do some research around this Port St. Lucie area, and you keep coming up against tradition. So what the heck is tradition? Stick around, you're not going to want to miss this video. My name is Megan Schoner. I'm a local real estate agent here on the Treasure Coast, and I love helping people like you every single day find your home. Whether or not you're looking the next 9 days, 90 days, please feel free to reach out to me. My cell phone and email are below. I would love to help you find your treasure of a home here on the Treasure Coast. So in today's video, we're going to go over what is tradition. I get questions from people like this all the time. Is it a separate city? Is it a community? What is it? So really quick and easy, it is a master planned community located here in Port St. Lucie in the 34987 zip code. It was started back in 2000, so I think the town hall behind me was completed in 2003, and they had about 6 different communities, developments all around this area here. The idea behind it was they really wanted to create more of that small town community feel. So they created the town square that I'm currently located in, which has some restaurants in it, and they do a lot of activities here on the green here. And then they also have the landing, which is a lot of the retail. It's got where Target and some of the other shops are. And then they had about 6 to 8 different communities that were originally built around this area. Tradition now continues to grow because this is where a lot of the new construction is. Madame A purchased the Tradition area in 2018, and so they've continued to build several of their other communities around this area too. So what started as something a little bit smaller, now it keeps growing larger and larger. So location-wise, Tradition stretches from Becker Road to the south all the way up to Crosstown Parkway in the north, and that kind of goes along the Tradition Parkway, basically everything kind of west of 95 per se. So that is in terms of like where it is actually located. Port St. Lucie doesn't have a downtown section per se. So Tradition has really kind of created the downtown area for Port St. Lucie. So on the green behind me, they have food trucks on the first and third Friday of the month. They do a wonderful farmers market every Sunday from 9 to 1 p.m. And then once a month, they'll do some different tribute bands here. Everyone will bring their lawn chairs and relax and enjoy it. There is restaurants and shops around here. Across the street, there is a little water fountain play area for the kids. And then there's a nice big lake with a walking trail about a mile long. So people will bring their dogs, go for walks, have nice walking groups. And so it's just really nice community feel. So the rest of Port St. Lucie doesn't have that. And so that's why this has kind of taken off and really grown. And it's beautiful, as you can see. So the communities all around it, you really have a mix of everything. So there are rental communities here. There are single family homes, townhomes. Prices range from 300s all the way up to $1 million, depending on the different communities. So you really have a little bit of something for everyone here. You've got all ages, and then you have 55 and older communities. So it's just a really pretty, well-kept area, and people just really like having that sense of community. In terms of shopping, too, we also have the landing, which has Target, Starbucks, all of that kind of stuff out in this area. With this also kind of being the new area, we have, since we're further west, we have a lot of area to grow. The southern part of Tradition used to be called Southern Groves. That's where all of our kind of more of the farmland and the fruit trees were. That's all been sold off to Tradition, and so that area continues to grow further and further. And we also have a lot of land still to the west. So this area is popular because you can still buy new construction. Everything is kind of built to the different codes of Tradition, and people just love it out here. The one thing I will say, so if you are looking to purchase a home out here, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to help you if you're looking for a resale or even the new construction. With new construction, just remember to make sure to contact me before you go into any of the new home sites. It does not cost you anything. They pay me out of their marketing budget. And it's nice to have somebody on your side to negotiate with the builder, and also to just to kind of stay on the builder and check on the progress of it if you are not here locally. So you'll pay 2 HOA fees here out in Tradition. You're going to pay one to the Master Association, and that'll include your internet, cable, and then you'll pay another one to your individual community that you are a part of. So that's why the HOA fees out here tend to be a little bit higher. They range from basically like $400 to $600 out here per month. Something that's a little bit different. You're going to pay a one-time capital contribution when you purchase out here. So that is going to be 97% of 1% of the sales price of the home. So that is an additional fee. So a lot of times people don't realize some of the different fees that are associated with living out here in Tradition. The communities here within Town Park, so you have a mix of everything. So the original communities that were out here were Bedford Park, all ages. It's not gated, and it has all of the sidewalks and the parks in the front of it. The garages are all behind the homes. That was one of the very first communities that were built here. You also have Town Park, which is all ages, the 2-story, larger homes. And then within that community, there's also Town Park at Lake Park, which is the 55 and older community within there as well too. You have the lakes at Tradition, which were built by Devasta, and you've got a combination of villas and single-family homes there. Heritage Oaks, which is all ages. Homes tend to be a little bit smaller, so you kind of get some more of the younger families kind of moving into that community. You have Vitalia, which is the 55 and older community, and you have the estates at Tradition, some of the larger homes in the area. Now, in addition to those original communities, you have all of the new construction ones that are still available, and those are Esplanade at Tradition, which is 55 and older. You have Tolero, which is again another 55 and older. Del Webb, which is 55 and older. And then you have Emory, you have Seville, Cadence, Henley, Manderley, Belterra, Huron Preserve. So a lot of new homes and a lot to choose from in this area. So if you have any questions about the Tradition area, whether it's resale, new homes, or again, I didn't clarify and you're still saying what the heck is Tradition, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you. I have an area over here where you can rent electric bikes. Over here in the distance is the gazebo, and they actually do some free exercise classes, so you can do yoga, and I think they've got some Zumba over there. It's also a great place that people take a lot of their graduation and photos before the dances. This area that we're coming up to now is all of Bedford Park. So Bedford Park you've got some townhomes here, and again, this is all ages. And you also will have some single family homes here too. And again, people like this community because you have all the sidewalks, just the look and feel of it. And then across the street, you have one of the parks. And just a lot of grassy areas. So with the benches, people bring their dogs. And the garages for these houses are located behind the houses. So most of our garages here in Port St. Lucie, in this area of Florida, they have the attached garages. These garages are behind the houses, so a little bit different. Over here you have the Primrose School. This is more of like a daycare preschool type, and this is across the street from Palm Point Educational School, which is a K-8 school. And then we get over to, on this side is the Atlantic, which is a rental community. So now we are approaching the roundabout. Here in Port St. Lucie, we tend to love roundabouts, so you'll get used to driving around a lot of them. Over on this side here is Heritage Oaks. Heritage Oaks was one of the original gated communities here, one of the original master plan communities with Tradition. These homes here are a little bit on the smaller side. Price points on them actually are in the 300s and low 400s, so they're a little bit on the smaller side. This one over here is Victoria Park. Over here is the 55 and older community of Vitalia. I have, check out one of my videos on the 55 and older communities here. These are all custom home builder. The builder on this is Kalima, and they all come with a pool, but they are all over $1 million. Most of the houses in there have pools. They do have a small community clubhouse with a pool, but most of the homes have their own individual pools there. And then this is kind of coming towards the end of tradition at this point, at least on this northern side. And this is coming up to Esplanade at Tradition. This is another 55 and older community. Esplanade is still building, so they have some move-in ready homes and some to-be-built homes. That's this community over here. It's a little bit more of a boutique community, a little bit on the smaller than some of the other 55 and older communities out here. One of the questions I get to is about the alligators, and really in any body of water, even something small as this, and we're not near the Everglades or the ocean or anything like that, but in any body of water, you can actually you can see an alligator. So if you have kids or small dogs, just you can't keep your kids on a leash, but keep your dogs on a leash, and just be careful around the waterways here. I know there is one big alligator in the main lake here that everybody watches from the restaurant and stuff like that down here in Tradition. As you can see, there's sidewalks over on this side, and people just like having a little bit more nature, a little, just being able to be part of a community. So that really is, probably one of the biggest draws here out of Tradition. And everything's within walking distance, or with a golf cart or a bike ride. This is the main lake over here. And we also have, as you can see in the distance, the white building. That is Cleveland Clinic, the main hospital in our area. So a lot of 55 and older like to be near this area because there's a lot of activity, a lot of things to do, but at the same time you also have easy access to the hospital. So again, another roundabout, and we're going further south and west now. The area on my left is Town Park. Town Park is a great family community. Have a lot of two-story homes in here, more original but kind of Spanish style. Great amenities, really nice, good family community in there. And the homes range from in the 400s to 800,000 to 900,000. On this other side, you can see the sidewalk, and then you also have another sidewalk for the TIM, which is the little electric bus that takes people around. You can drive your golf carts here as well too. See our sandhill cranes. On this side you have the Brennedy, and the Brennedy of Tradition is senior living. So this is more independent senior living. They do have some houses. They've got the individual houses as well too. So if you want to age in place, that is available there. This is the Renaissance Charter School, and they're also going to be building a new high school back in this area as well too. This area of Tradition is so we're kind of even further west than the other areas in Tradition. So you'll see a lot of new construction over here. They're building a park, community park there, and then these three communities are all that we're going to see next are all built by Madame Homes. So this first one over here is Emory. And these are all ages communities here. And Mattamy tends to have a little bit more that kind of Miami. They've got more of a modern look. They keep the HOA fees a little bit less over here because they don't offer as many amenities on them. And then these other two communities coming up are Seville, which is Mattamy's more of their premier community. Prices are a little bit higher. The finishes on the homes are a little bit more nicer. Price points are a little bit higher. So that is Seville. And then on the opposite side is Cadence. Cadence is more of your move-in, first-time home buyer, younger families, townhomes in there as well too. So this is the entrance to Cadence. The bus drops the kids off right at the main entrance. And then this goes into Seville, which again is all ages. So as we start coming back closer to the square and more of the, I'd say more of the downtown section of Tradition, you've got barber shops, you've got Chipotle over here, you have one of the best bagel restaurants in the area, Bagel Brothers from New York, you've got a car wash, you've got Culver's over there, Wawa, PDQ, kind of everything that you can imagine. This is the main thoroughfare, so this is Village Parkway and Tradition Parkway. And over here is where you'll see a lot of the shops and restaurants. This plaza here is called The Landing. You have the Fresh Market too for more of a gourmet grocery store. We've got Crumble. So now I'm going to be traveling kind of the southern part of Tradition. So this is from Tradition Parkway south, and this area all used to be called Southern Groves. So you've got the Wawa, you've got Panda Express, you've got Starbucks over here. On this side you have Popstroke. You can see it. Popstroke is an upscale kind of putt-putt restaurant. And you've got Blaze Pizza, Dunkin' Donuts, kind of a little bit of everything. And then right behind this area here is the Cleveland Clinic Hospital, you can see in the distance. So in this area on the left-hand side, basically it's going to be more, what they're trying to do is more industrial type things over there, and then the right side is going to be more residential coming up in just a little bit. So you have a lot of with the hospital, you have a lot of doctors' offices over here. Got Jersey Mike's, dentists, things like that. You have a lot of apartments, which are what you see here. And then we're going to the southern part of Tradition. So all of this is still Tradition, and they just keep building it up. So really, it's just a very large subdivision, but it's or master plan community, but it's all still here within Port St. Lucie. So you've got running stores, restaurants. This here is the heart of Port St. Lucie. If you turn to the right here, you get to Riverland, which is a huge 55 and older community. They're going to be building a plaza in here. Over here is another Mattamy community. This is Tolero. This is the 55 and older community. Real modern clubhouse. Done some different videos on all of these individual communities, as well as some of the 55 and older communities and the amenities, so feel free to check those out. And then on the other side you can see more of the commercial buildings on that side. In all of these areas you're going to pay an HOA fee for the associations. Basically in Tradition you pay to master community of Tradition and one to your individual community that you're in. This is the new Stars and the Stripes Park that is being built. On the other side of it is Huron Preserve. Huron Preserve is for all ages. Across the street from that is Del Webb, which is 55 and older. area, this is all the Southern Groves area. This is still a lot of building and new construction out here as well. And this is the turnoff to get into Del Webb, which is a 55 and older community, and then the Huron Preserve on the other side, which is all ages. And still continuing. So we're going south down to Becker Road. That's the end of the Tradition area. You can see over here too, they're still doing a lot of building. They are doing a new fire station. They have to do a lot of the infrastructure out here because 10 years ago, none of this was here. And at the very end, I don't know if you can see, that's the Amazon Distribution Center. This southern end of Tradition is, they're going to actually do kind of another downtown section, and they're going to have an amphitheater and a bunch of different restaurants, and it's supposed to be more of an entertainment section. If we turn off of here, this takes you to Kenley. Kenley is an all ages community. In front of me is the cottages at Tradition, and those are rentals. That's in that community there. I don't know if this is going to stick or not, but this area, they're calling it So Grow, so like the Southern Groves area at Tradition. This is the backside of Del Webb. They're finishing to build out. You can see that they're still building, and this is Kenley, which is all ages, kind of younger families in here. It's nice because you can have easy access to 95 and still get up to the main area of Tradition. And as we continue south, you can see this whole area really hasn't been developed as much. Again, those are the cottages, rentals. You have some industrial over here. That's going to be the Amazon distribution site. And then also Cheney Brothers, which does for restaurants. And then this whole area is supposed to be more the entertainment area on the southern side of Tradition. So there's obviously still under construction. Everything will probably be done here in the next 5 years. And this is coming up to Becker Road. So this is going to be the south end of Tradition. In front of us is Encore, and that is a 55 and older rental community, which is kind of unusual, but a lot of people come to the area and want to get used to the area. That is a rental community. And then over here is the last, kind of going out to like the last community at this point, and this is Belterra. Belterra is, the builder on that is GHO Homes, and what's unusual about them is they do include a pool and lanai as part of your purchase price. So those homes start about the high sixes, I think, now, and go to over $1 million. If you keep going straight, the road is built, and there are cows and everything along the side, but those are ready to still be built. Different communities. So if you have any questions about any of the communities specifically here at Tradition, you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you.